बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। बोलिए श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Jai Jai Sitaram, and a cordial welcome to all of you joining with us here at the Mandir this morning, and also those who are joining us online today as we engage in our Sunday morning devotion. As we prepare to begin today's devotion, may we all stand. So our principal devotees, take flower in your hand. So we all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads, we focus our minds at the feet of Shri Krishna Bhagwan as we do our opening prarthana. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Shri Saraswatyaye Namaha Om Shri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha Om Swasti Nendro Brirashrava Swasti na Pusha Vishwaveda Swasti na Starakshurishtanemi Swasti no Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Shamno Mitra Shambaruna Shamno Bhavatu Aryamam Shamno Indro Brihaspati Shamno Vishnu Rurukramam Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayu Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Varishyami Ritam Varishyami Satyam Varishyami Tanamam Avatu Taravaktaram Avatu Avatu Mam Avatu Vaktaram Om Dhyo Shantehi Antarikshvam Shantehi Prithivihi Shantehi Apah Shantehi Oshare Shantehi Vanaspate Shantehi Vishvedevah Shantehi Brahma Shantehi Sarvagam Shantehi Shantirevah Shanti Samah Shantiridhi. Principal devotees, please chant your Rashi names in your mind. Hari Om Tat Sat Om Vishnur Vishnur Vishnu Namah Paramatmane Shri Puran Purushotam Adya Shri Brahmano Nidvitya Paradhi Shri Shvet Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvat Manvantari Ashta Vinashati Tame Kali Yuge Kali Prathama Charane Bhuloke Jambudvipe Kanada Varshe Skabro Grami Baudhavatari Shubhama Se Shubha Pakshe Shubha Tithi Amukha Namasya Mukha Gotram Namaham Daihik Daivik Bhautik Taptraya Iti Shri Panch Mahadevta Shri Krishna Bhagavan Havan Pujanam Shankalpam Karishye. Offer the flower to Shri Krishna. We do Pavitra, purification, sprinkle the water around the Vedi altar area 3 times. Om Apavitraha Pavitro Va Sarvavasthangato Apiva Yashmarit Pundarikaksham Sabahya Antaram Suchi. Om Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. We prostrate to our altar 3 times, envisioning that we are bowing to Dharti Mata, Mother Earth. Om Shamashvame Parasparsham Shamashile Paratpare Ram Krishnadi Kanantam Mata Prithvi Namastute. We bow to the ground, we take our seats. Om Prithvi Tvayadrita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnunadrita Tvam Chadharya Mam Nityam Pavitram Kuru Cha Asanam Iti Asanam Samarpayami. So at this time, devotees, we prepare ourselves to invoke presence and blessings of Panch Mahadevta. So principal devotee, once again, take a flower in your hand. We focus, meditate at the feet of Gajanana Swami, Lord Ganesha. Hari Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahe Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspatana Shrunvanoti Visidha Sadhanam Om Vigneshwaraya Varadaya Surpriyaya Lambodharaya Sakalaya Jagarhitaya Nagananaya Shruti Yagya Vibhushitaya Gauri Sutaya Gananata Namo Namaste Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Boli Shri Gajanana Swami Ki Jai. Take another flower. We meditate upon Devi Mata, Adi Shakti Durga Mata. Om Sarva Mangal Mangalye Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namah Om Dum Durgaya Namah Om Dum Durgaya Namah Om Dum Durgaya Namah Boli Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mata Ki Jai. Take another flower. Meditate and contemplate upon Shiv Shankar Bhagwan. Om Tat Purushaya Vidamahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodaya Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Sansarasaram Bhujagendraharam Saravasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo Mahapati Mahadeva Ki Jai. Take another flower. We meditate and contemplate upon Surya Narayana Swami. हाथ जोड़ बिनती करो O Suryadev Bhagavan. We humbly clasp our hands in front of you and we bow most humbly at your lotus-like feet. हाथ जोड़ बिनती करो सूर्यदेव भगवान दास आपनो जानि प्रभु करहु सदा कल्याण आदिदेव नमस्तुभ्यं प्रसीदा मम भास्कर दिवाकर नमस्तुभ्यं प्रभाकर नमोस्तुते ओम सूर्याय नमः ओम सूर्याय नमः ओम सूर्याय नमः। बोली श्री सूर्य नारायण स्वामी की जय। Now we focus our minds upon Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavan and his last major incarnation of Shri Krishna. Shantakaram bhujagshayinam padmanabham suresham vishwadharam gagan sadrisham मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरणं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ओम कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपाकुमाराय श्रीगोविन्दाय नमो नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Of a flower. So at this time we'll be making offerings to Shri Krishna Bhagwan. So firstly we'll offer the water. So 3 times you go around the murti, offer at his feet. Harihi Om Narayanam Namaste Astu Narakadnavatarakam Padyam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham Shri Krishna Bhagavan Argyam Padyam Snanam Samarpayami. Right, we offer Chandan to Shri Krishna. Om Shri Khand Chandanang Divyam Gandadhyo Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surshreshtam Chandanang Pratigrihyatam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Chandanang Samarpayami. We offer flower. Om Malyadini Sugandheni Malyatarini Vai Prabhu Maihritani Pujartam Pushpani Pratigrihyatam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Pushpam Samarpayami. There's the essence, just to understand. Om Gandham Grihan Devesha Deva Deva Dayanidhi Tvameva Jagatam Natistva Tvameva Jagatam Prabhu. You have to light the arti. So do arti for Shri Krishna as well as all the other devatas that we have invoked. Can somebody help? Om Sajam Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahnina Yujitam Maya दीपं गृहाण देवेश त्रैलोक्यं तिमिरापहम् बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Place it down. You can take your Naivedya now. Prasad, yes. Is there a flower on it? Tulsi leaf? All right, so pray in your own words now to Shri Krishna Bhagavan on this auspicious day and special day of yours. We ask the Lord to accept this humble offering of Naivedya, these humble offerings that we make at puja. And you ask Shri Krishna to continue to bless you and guide you in your life. And we all pray together as we offer this Naivedya. Pass the water around it. Hari Om Mandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papa Haram Shubham Taridam Kalapitam Devam Samyagya Achmanyatvam Tvayayatihi Achmanyam Samarpayami. Hold it in your hands and you pray in your own words. Hari Om Gripakvang Havishainam Paisham Chishrakar Nana Vidhan Naivedyam Shri Krishna Bhagavan Naivedyam Samarpayami. Om Tvadyam Bastu Govindam Tubhyameva Samarprayet Grihana Sanmukta Bhuktava Prasira Purushottamam. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Touch the prasad by Murti. Touch to your heads and repeat Shri Krishna Arpanam. Okay, you can offer a flower, tulsi leaf to Shri Krishna, reciting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. You can leave the little bowl with the Mohan Bhog as well in front of Shri Krishna. Okay. All right, you can place back down the prasad. Now offer water. Om Sarva Papa Haram Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihana Parameshwaram Shri Krishna Bhagavan Achmanyam Samarpayami. If you have any dakshina that you'd like to offer to Shri Krishna, you can offer it at this time. Om Nakpal Supal Maulavi Vanditangri Yugala Prabhu Hari Dakshinang Pradeshri Krishna Bhagavan Danam Dakshinaye Samarpayami. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. So at this time, devotees, we'll have one kirtan bhajan to Lord Ganesha, after which we'll be doing our mantra jap havan. So you can join our voices.
Om गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
ॐ गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
गणपतये नमो नमः श्री सिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
हे गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
हे गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
हे गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
हे गणपति बाप्पा मोरया।
बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. So at this time, devotees, we prepare for mantra jap havan. So those who are performing havan at home, you can feel free to join with us in our offerings. Firstly, we'll ignite the fire. Harihi Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Om Bhurabhuvasvaha Dhayuriva Bhumna Prithvi Vavaremna Tasyaste Prithvi Devaya Janim Prishti Agnim Anadam Anadayadadhi. Boliye Shri Agni Devta Ki Jai. Pass the water around the fire 3 times. Om Mandakinyastu Yadvari Sarva Papharam Shubham Taridam Kalapitam Devam Samyagya Achmanyatvam Tvayayati Achmanyam Samarpayami. We begin making our offerings now. The recitation of Swaha, we offer small amounts and also repeating Swaha together. ॐ श्री गणेश देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। ॐ गणपतये नमः स्वाहा। ॐ गणपतये नमः स्वाहा। ॐ श्री गौरी माताय नमः स्वाहा। श्री शंकर भगवानभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री अग्नि देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री कलश देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री वरुण देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री महालक्ष्मी माताय नमः स्वाहा। श्री महाविष्णु भगवानभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। ओम नमो नारायणायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री सूर्य देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री चंद्र देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री मंगल देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री बुध देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री बृहस्पति देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री शुक्र देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री शनि देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री राहु देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री केतु देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। ओम श्री प्राणायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री अपानायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री समानायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री इंद्रियायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री उदानिकायभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री इष्ट देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री कुल देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री स्थान देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री ग्राम देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री माता पिता चरण कमलेभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री शांतिको देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री पंचपाल देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री दस दिक्पाल देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री आदि शक्ति दुर्गा माताये नमः स्वाहा। श्री अरुंधति देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री भद्रकाली देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री संतोषिनी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री रुद्राणी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री ब्रह्माणी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री परमेश्वरी देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री अंबिके देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री चंदिके देवीभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। ओम ऐं सरस्वती माताये नमः स्वाहा। श्री रामचंद्र भगवानभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री कृष्ण भगवानभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री हनुमते देवताभ्यो नमः स्वाहा। We all join together as we chant the Brahm Gayatri mantra. Om Bhurbhuvasvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhemahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Swaha. Om Bhurbhuvasvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhemahi Dhyo Yo Nah Prachodayat स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। महामृत्युंजय मंत्र। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनाम् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा। ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनाम् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा। ॐ त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनाम् मृत्योर्मुक्ष्यमामृतात् स्वाहा। We chant a 12-syllable mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, 27 repetitions. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय स्वाहा। 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 ॐ श्री सर्वदेवता देव्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री सर्वदेवता देव्यो नमः स्वाहा। श्री सर्वदेवता देव्यो नमः स्वाहा। Final offering. ॐ पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णं मुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ सर्वं वै पूर्णागं स्वाहा। बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल के जय। Pass the water around the fire. ॐ सर्वपापहरं देवं गंगेयं निर्मलं जलम् आचमन्यं च मया दत्तं गृहान् परमेश्वरं श्री अग्निदेवता आचमन्यं समर्पयामि। Take blessings from the fire. बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म के जय। So at this time, devotees, we'll have a couple of bhajans, kirtan, devesh. Madhavi, you sing after.
जय गोविंद गोपाल मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाल घन श्याम नंद के लाला। जय गोविंद गोपाल
मनमोहन श्याम कन्हैया मुरलीधर गोपाल घन श्याम
के तो रास रचेया गोवर्धन गिरिधारी कितने नाम तेरे नटवर तू साबल कृष्ण मुरारी जग पालक तो रास रचेया
गोवर्धन गिरिधारी कितने नाम तेरे नटवर तू सागर कृष्ण
मोर मुकुट मन हर लेवत बलिहारी हर ब्रज बाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जय गोविंदा गोपाला तू ही सागर में रमता तू ही धरती पाता जल में नभ में और जगत में तेरी जय जयकार तू ही सागर में रमता तू ही धरती पाता जल में नभ में और जगत में मेरे मन मंदिर में स्वामी तुझसे ही उजियाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में इसका मीत कन्हैया बंसी बजेया रास रचैया काली नाग नचैया जिसका कोई नहीं इस जग में
उसका मीत कन्हैया बंसी बजैया रास रचैया काली नाग
राजा हो या दीन भिखारी सबका तू रखवाला मुरलीधर गोपाला घनश्याम नंद के लाला जय गोविंद
Krishna. Om Namo Narayana Krishna. Om Namo Narayana Krishna. Om Namo Narayana Krishna. Om Namo Narayana Krishna. Om Namo Narayana
बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, बोली श्री रजराम चंद्र भगवान की जय. So this morning, devotees, as we prepare to listen to a few lines from our holy scripture, Sri Ramcharitamanas, I invite that we all clasp our hands once more, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. Focusing our minds inwardly to that most wonderful and beautiful seed that we have prepared in our hearts for the Lord to have His seat, for the Lord to sit. And we make that Lord feel most welcome in our hearts today by cleansing our hearts from all negativities, all impurities. We offer this humble prarthana. Hari Om. Varnanam artha sanghanam rasanam chandasapi mangalanam chakartaro Vande Vani Vinayako Bhavani Shankaro Bande Shraddha Vishwaswarupina Yabhyam Vinana Pashyante Siddha Swanta Sthamishwaram Vande Bodham Mayam Nityam Guru Shankar Rupinam Yamashrito Hi Vakro Api Chandra Sarvatra Bandhyate Sitaram Gunagram Punyaranya Biharina Vande Vishuddha Vijnana Kavishwara Kapishwaro. Shri Ramayana Sumiran. Shri Sumirat Siddhi Ho Gananayak Kari Varabhadana Guna Sadana Mukha hoi vacha Pandu chadhai giri varadhamana Jasu kripa sudaya Sakal kali maladahana Nila saroruhasya Karuna aruna bari janayana Karu sumama Sadachira Sagara Shayana Kunda Indu Samade Umara Manakar Nayana Jahidina Parane नयना बंदाव गुरु पद कृपा सिंधु नर रूप हरि महामोह तम जासु बचन रवि कर निकरा सियापति रामचंद्र जी की जय बोली श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. So this morning, devotees, as you all would have heard during our Ramayana Yagya, that we are in this month of Shravan Mas, and this is a very auspicious month for worship of Shiv Shankar Bhagwan. So devotees are advised that on Mondays especially, and of course Thursdays as well, that we can offer, lot of water on our lingam, lot of milk. We can perform Havan, we can perform Jap onto Lord Shiva. If we have summertime now, we have dhatur flowers in our yards, we can offer all of these things to Lord Shiva in an attempt to please him, an attempt to gain his grace and blessings. So during this month now, Anuradha is celebrating her birthday. And she is here with us this morning and performed the devotion, performed the Havan in celebration of this auspicious event. And, I've known these children from very small growing up. And from very small growing up, their parents have always practiced, whenever birthdays come around, whenever special occasions come around, to do puja, to make offerings to Bhagwan. This is very important. It's very, very wonderful that they choose in this path for their children. Now, as the children start to grow up, they start to mature. Now they are the ones who take pattern example. Right? How many will follow through? We don't know. Only the future will tell how many of the children will actually follow through with this practice, but parents have done their part. Parents are doing their part, as are all the parents who are encouraging their children in this way and in this path, because this is all we can do as a parent, to give that guidance, give the information. At the end of the day, it's up to the child as they grow, as they mature. They make their own mind. Many people say, we make the mind of our children. We can't. We cannot make the mind of our children, devotees. The mother would bring forth a body into this world. We try to nurture the mind. We try to nurture that mind in the right way. Just as we would, mold a tree, we would trim the tree. We see little bad habits and so on coming up. We try to correct as much as we can. But at the end of the day, we cannot make up the mind of the child. The child will make up their own mind what they want to do in their life, right? Either to their benefit or to their detriment. However those decisions are made. So Anuradha, you are getting wonderful upbringing. So it's up to you now, incumbent upon you, your responsibility to follow through. Right? Right? So whenever guidance is needed, of course you go mother, father first. Go to your mother, father first. And then any other elders that you have faith and trust in, that you go to them and gain that guidance and blessings from them. And for all children, this is true. You go to your mother, father first, because they are the ones who will have your best interests at heart at all times. The selflessness that is shown by a parent, as I say, anytime that we step forward as a parent and we correct our children, What happened? Oh. Akshar just telling me that my battery is dying. So if you excuse us for 10 seconds, we'll just change them. बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. Again, the benefits of technology. Wireless, so you have to worry about batteries running down, right? Our lesson also, sometimes spiritual batteries start to run down. How will we recharge it? How are we recharging spiritual battery? Are we doing our spiritual practices, Anuradha? See what happened? The battery run down, you have to stop. Stop and start again. So we want to make sure that children, that we do what is shown to us. And we go to the right people for guidance. Many times children make mistakes. The mistake they make, common mistake they make, is that they look at people their own age and think that they can provide guidance. How much do they know more than you? How much experience do they have more than you as an individual? So, during this month of Shravan devotees, let us join for a few moments as we offer praises to Shiv Shankar Bhagwan. Bhajan tells us each and every morning we should chant the name of Lord Shiva. Very simple, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Not very hard, we can do. Subha, Subha, Shiva ka naam कर ले बंदे ये शुभ काम सुबह सुबह ले शिव का नाम
कर ले बंदे शुभ काम
सुबह सुबह ले शिव का नाम शिव आएंगे तेरे पास सुबह सुबह शिव का नाम कर ले बंदे ये शुभ काम ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय. You all chant together. ओम नमः शिवाय. खुद को राख लपेटे फिरते औरों को देते धन धाम. खुद को राख लपेटे फिरते औरों को देते धन धाम. देवों के हित विष पिराला नीलकंठ को कोटि प्रणाम. नीलकंठ को कोटि प्रणाम. सुबह सुबह शिव का नाम शिवाएंगे. सुबह सुबह शिव का नाम कर ले बंदे ये शुभ काम. शिव के रहते कैसे चिंता, साथ रहे प्रभु आठोया। शिव के रहते कैसे चिंता, साथ रहे प्रभु। शिव को भजने सुख पाएगा, मन को आएगा आराम, मन को आएगा आराम। सुबह सुबह शिव का नाम, शिव आएंगे तेरे पास। सुबह सुबह शिव का नाम, कर ले बंदे। ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय, ओम नमः शिवाय,
Om Namah Shivaya.
We should all close our eyes, devotees. Those of us here at the mandir, those who are at home, you're in a place where you can close your eyes very safely. You close your eyes and contemplate, meditate upon our beautiful form of Shiv Shankar Bhagavan. We chant Shadakshar mantra Om Namah Shivaya as we prostrate to the feet of Lord Shiva, devotees. Let us pour hearts, our love, our devotion at the feet of Lord Shiva, asking him to shower his grace and blessings upon us here today. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai. With our eyes closed, did we see Lord Shiva? Did we see him, devotees? I always try to impress upon devotees when we go satsang, go to puja, and Panditji says, Baba says, close your eyes. Sometimes I'll speak. This time I didn't speak. But sometimes I'll speak and then I see eye watching me back. Not me watching me back, I see eyes. Eyes watching me back. And, you just wonder, why is it so hard to close? When time to sleep, we close the eyes. When time to go in Tamogun, we close the eyes. Not so? When we want to imagine something, we close the eyes. So what about when time for devotion? Time for devotion. Something tell the brain. Spring. Put the matchstick. Eye can close. Why is it, devotees? Why is it that, we find that resistance against that dedication to our spirituality in instances, right? I'm not saying everyone, but we see that instances, little pockets here and there, where there's that resistance, that hesitance to engage properly in the devotion. This is our detriment, devotees. This is our detriment. Our purpose each and every day is to make ourselves a little bit better, infuse a little bit more positive energy, positive ideas, thoughts into our hearts. Each and every day, we need to find that time and to make ourselves improve, to become better. But how can we do this, devotees? How can we do this? A simple analogy will tell us that if someone is trying to become, physically fit, they're trying to, exercise, they're trying to become stronger, but they're eating the wrong things. They're not, nourishing their body in the right way. They're exposing their body to contaminants, exposing their body to poor nutrition. Then you're trying to do something positive one way and something negative. You're countering the effects of what you're trying to do. So in the same way, devotees, if we're trying to infuse positive thoughts, positive ideas, positive energy in our lives every day, but yet still we are allowing the negative to come in as well, what are we doing? Are we going ahead? Sometimes we're just balancing. Sometimes we're just going, one day at a time we're going, but we're not really making any headway. We're not going ahead because, on one side we're putting in, the other side coming out. So we're not really seeing the benefits of it. So we have to be careful. We have to maximize on positive. We have to minimize on negative. But if we allow negative to go as usual, we say as usual, we go, we allow same habits, same behaviors, and we don't try to control it. No matter how much positive we do, it's all going for naught. Now, not to say don't do your positive. Do your positive, but minimize the negative. The people might misunderstand and say, well, if I'm doing all this positive for naught, then I might as well not do it. No, this is not the idea. This is not the thought. The thought is that we need to do the positive, but we also need to minimize on the negatives in life. So, who can remember where we left off our Katha? Where Kagbhusundaji is speaking to Garudaji. Hard to remember, right? A few weeks. You see how the memory does go. So, we're talking about when Kagbhusundaji is relating to Garud, that every time that Prabhu Sri Ram took incarnation, he would go and spend a full 5 years. Full 5 years and listen to Katha. Witness the activities of Prabhu Sri Ram as a child. And devotees, we left off where Kagbhusundaji recalling these memories of what baby Sri Ram was doing. He says all the hair on his body was bristling, was standing on edge with joy in recalling these wonderful memories. Our Katha goes on. Let us hear. कहय भुसुंदी कहय भुसुंदी कहय भुसुंदी सुनहु खगनायक रामचरित सेवक सुख दायक श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम
रघुपति राघव राजा नृप मंदिर सुंदर सब भांति श्री राम
जय राम जय जय राम
अचित कनक अचित कनक राम अचित कनक मणि नाना जाति श्री राम जय राम जय जय श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम
श्री राम जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय रघुपति राघव राजा राम रघुपति राघव राजा You bring it around my thing. So, Kakbusundi ji is saying, Kahai Busundi Sunahu Khaganayak. So Kakbusundi ji is continuing to speak to Garud. He said, listen, O king of all the birds. He says, Ramacharit Sevak Sukhadayak. So what a very wonderful line. Ramacharit Sevak Sukhadayak. That, the charit, the Katha Shri Ram brings to the Sevak. Who is the Sevak? The one who is the servant. The servant of Shri Ram, one who is devoted, one who is dedicated to Prabhu Shri Ram. What it brings? Sukhadaya. It brings sukh, brings happiness to that one. The Katha of the Lord devotees brings happiness to that one who is a servant of the Lord. We ask ourselves in our lives, whom or what are we serving? Whom or what are we serving? Are we serving Bhagwan in this world? Are we serving Shri Ram? Or are we serving Abhiman? Are we serving Krodh? Are we serving negative qualities, activities? Are we serving Bhagwan? Our scriptures declare, devotees, to us that each and every activity that we perform, everything that we do, it should be in service to Bhagwan. It should be in service to God. Right? So taking care of our children, this is a service to Bhagwan. Service to God. You know, when young couples have a baby and they will come, they want to do a little baby blessing. And one of the questions I'll ask them right away is, whose baby is this? And more times than not, I'll get, is mine? Is my baby? Or is our baby? Devotees? The correct answer is Bhagwan's baby, is God's baby. God bless you. God bless you with this baby. God give you responsibility. God gave you a source of joy. So now, it's our responsibility to take care of that baby in the best way that we can. And as we serve that baby, as we serve, we bring up that child in this world. we look at everything that we do for that child as a service to Bhagwan. When we go to the mandir, of course, this is very easy to perceive this. That when we go to the mandir, we do the arti. Yes, we perceive that we are doing this arti to Bhagwan. But when we are home and we are doing our everyday activities, is it easy to perceive that we are doing this for Bhagwan? Is it easy to remember? Oh, I'm vacuuming the house, I'm cleaning the house. Is it easy to remember that I'm doing this to Bhagwan, for Bhagwan? How many people, when they have to vacuum the house, get vexed? To do this again? This hard work? Why do they want me to do it again? All these kinds of things go through our mind. We get vexed. We get angry. Nobody can help me. I've seen a lot of laughing. So it's true. Right? So somebody give you a chore to do. Right? Now that word chore has a negative connotation, negative feeling associated with it. Chore, we work. Right? But again, it's all in the perspective of how we think. How we think about it. You know, taking out the garbage. Bhagwan, I'm keeping my place clean because I want you to stay. Right? Bhagwan, I'm vacuuming here. I hope that it will be clean enough for you to feel welcome in my home. Bhagwan, I'm doing the dishes. I don't want to leave, the dirty dishes in the sink. There's a culture, this Hindu Sanatan Dharma culture, devotees. Right? Take note, Take note. I'm trying to train my children like this. Making sure when you go to sleep at night, don't leave dirty dishes. We know this from small growing up. Don't leave dirty dishes in the sink. Right? Ramdev, she's telling the children this. Yes, this is important. Right? The older people used to tell us that would bring negativity, blight, what we'll say. Blight to your home. See, those dishes will sharapa you, will curse you. But not the dishes, devotees, is what we are doing. We call that jhuta wares. That you eat in it, now it's contaminated, it's not clean. Would you like to live amongst things that are not clean? They say cleanliness is next to godliness. Sanatan Dharma says cleanliness is godliness. Cleanliness is godliness. So whatever we do, whatever, chores, whatever duties that we perform, we can say, and we have this perspective that Bhagwan, I'm doing this for you. I'm your sevak. I'm serving you in all these different ways. So it's very easy for me because in my line of duties that I perform, I am directly associated with things related to Bhagwan. So it's very easy for me to have that perspective. But I also have a normal life. I also have an ordinary life where I'm at home. You have to do some laundry, you have to fold the laundry, you have to, vacuum the place. These are ordinary things that we have to do. But when we do it, how do we do it? With a good mind? Or we gruff up we face? Become angry? No devotees. When we do it, we should do it with a good mind, a pleasant face. When people see your face, they should say, oh wow, such a wonderful person, such a beautiful face. Right? When they see your face, they shouldn't say, oh gosh, let me go close now. Let me stay far. You understand? We should have such a pleasant outlook that people are naturally attracted. This is what is called sevak, a sevak of the Lord. Those who are there to serve Bhagwan in all our activities. And he went on to say, Nripa Mandir Sundar Sababhati. He says, that mandir, that palace, that where Prabhu Sri Ram was very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Ati Sundar says, Khachite Kanak Man Nana Jati. For all over, it was decorated with, real gold and gems, jewels and so on, all over. It was made very, very beautiful. Now, devotees, understand the concept of beauty. Not to go away with the misunderstanding that if I am to make my home beautiful, it has to be like this, no devotees. Everybody's standard. We live according to our standards, our abilities. What is available to us? You know, back home we used to have a saying, it says, be it ever so humble, there's no place like home. Because when you reach home, you feel comfortable. You feel relaxed. Anywhere else you could be. Right? You go in the best resort, you go in the best place. But you're not as comfortable as when you reach home. So your home is your palace. Your home is your mandir, and that is where you keep it most beautiful. You upkeep it to the best of your ability. That Prabhu feels very, very comfortable to be there. And devotees, what happened? Let us hear in this chopai. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Bolo Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
Barani न जाय रुचिर अगनाय जहाँ खेलहि नित सारे भाई बोलो श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम बोलो श्री राम जय
Jaya Jaya Ram Shri Ram Jaya Jaya Ram
बाल विनोद करत रघुराई बोलो श्री राम जय राम
Jaya Jaya Ram
बिचरत अजीर जननी सुखदाई श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय
Jaya Ram
रघुपति राघव राजा राम
Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram
रघुपति राघव राजा राम रघुपति राघव
Raja Ram
बरनी न जाय रुचिर अगनाय जहाँ खेलहि नित सारे भाई. Where the four brothers, where they perform all their childhood activities, where all they were playing and so on. It says that this place, Barani na jai, that words cannot describe. Words cannot come to describe how beautiful is this place. Again, we spoke about this. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And we will naturally go to what attracts us. So Kag Busundaji is saying that this is so beautiful, Ati Sundar, so beautiful. Somebody else might look at it who is not into that perspective, into that mode of thinking, and they look at it and say, oh, it's not so great after all. It's not so good. All depends on our perspective, how we think about things. It's just like some people will go to satsang, they'll be most riveted, most attentive to what is happening. engaging all the bhajans, kirtans, etc. And then again, you have some devotees who will go, fall asleep while satsang is going on. Bored while satsang is going on. On the phone while satsang is going on. You have all kinds of devotees. All kinds make up the world. But devotees, our responsibility to ourselves is to try and uplift ourselves to the level of where we are seeing here. These are examples for us to follow, right? Many people say it's mythology. This is not mythology, this is history. This is history. These things happened. And we are to take the examples that we see from our scriptures and we try to emulate. We try to follow in these footsteps. That wherever Bhagwan's name is sung, that we should be able to be attracted, naturally attracted to this. At one time there was devotee chanting the name of Sri Krishna in the streets of a US city. And a normal person walking down the street, not of our culture, not of our learning, never heard that name. But as soon as she heard the name of Krishna, she heard the name Krishna, devotees, she fainted. She fainted. And when they revived her, she says, Who is this Krishna? Who is this Krishna that the name had such a profound impact upon me? And devotees, when she was shown that part, when she was given that information, she totally changed her life around from what it was and dedicated to the feet of Sri Krishna. So devotees, this comes now to question of nature and nurture. Our nature is based on our accumulated karmas, our accumulated education, our accumulated experiences, which we call vasanas, which we travel with. When we leave this body, we travel with it. We travel with our karma, we travel with our knowledge, we travel with our experiences. All of those things we travel with. So when we come back in this world, we continue our journey. But wherever she was born, she wasn't nurtured in that direction. She wasn't nurtured in that direction. As such, when she was exposed to it, it had such a profound impact on her life that immediately she was awoken. She became awoken to where she was, who she was, what's her true nature. Her true nature was to be a great devotee of Sri Krishna. And devotees, her life changed totally like this. So beautiful was this place where the four brothers would engage in play. It says, Bal Binod Karata Raghurai, that courtyard where Prabhu Sri Ram, where he played, he says, Bicharat Ajira Janani Sukadai, it brought great delight, great joy to the hearts of the queen mothers as they sat and watched their children play. So those who have small children and those who remember when the children were small, you remember when you used to sit down and watch them? They're doing their little antics and they're doing their little play and they're frolicking around. You remember that? Right? Dean, you remember that? Right? So those were very, very nice times to sit down and watch the children. Watch them play. It is very relaxing for a parent. Very enjoyable for the parent. And here it is. These are not just ordinary children. These are incarnation of Bhagwan. These queen mothers were able to sit down and watch them play. Able to sit down and watch them play. Devotees, what a blessing. What a blessing. So, I wouldn't go further in the Katha again. Here, Kakbu Sundarji goes on to a beautiful description. To those who have your Ramayana at home, right? So, just past Doha number 75 is where we'll continue. And Kakbu Sundarji goes on to a beautiful description of how Sri Ram looked, describes how he looked at that time. So next week we'll hear the description that Kakbu Sundarji gave. Boli Shri Ram Chandra Bhagwan Ke Jai. So at this time, devotees will engage in our final arti. So those of us here at the mandir, we can all stand. So while arti is going on, you can do arti for parents and so on. Okay? Those who are at home as well and would like to perform arti, you can also take part. Om Sajan Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahanina Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham Arati Shri Ramayana Ji Ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siyapi Ki Arati Shri Ramayana
जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की
Gavat Brahmadika Muni Narada
गावत ब्रह्मादिक मुनि नारद
Valmiki Vigyan Visharad
वाल्मीकि विज्ञान विशारद
Sukasanakadishesh Parusharad Parne Pavan Sutkirtini Ki Arati Shri Ramayana Ji Ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siyapi Ki
आरति श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की
गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश
गावत वेद पुराण अष्टदश
साहो शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन को रस
चाहो शास्त्र सब ग्रंथन को दस
मुनि जन धन संतन को सरवस सार अंश सम्मत सब ही के आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की
आरति श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की
गावत संतत शंभु भवानी गावत
संतत शंभो भवानी
भक्त संभव मुनि विज्ञानी
भक्त संभव मुनि विज्ञानी
व्यास आदि कवि बरज बतानी काग भूसुंदी गरुड़ के आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके
कलिमल हरण विषय रस फीके
मलहरनि विषय रस बेके
सुभग श्रृंगार मुक्ति जुवके के
भग श्रृंगार मुक्ति जुवती
गलन रोग भाव मोरे अमी के तात मात सब विधि तुलसी के आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके आरती श्री
रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके
कीरति कलित ललित सिय पीके कीरति कलित ललित सिय भजुमन राधे गोविंदा भजुमन राधे गोविंदा भजुमन राधे 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 गोविंदा भजुमन राधे 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 गोविंदा भजुमन राधे गोविंदा भजुमन राधे गोविंदा भजुमन राधे 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 गोविंदा भजुमन ओम नमः शिवाय भजुमन ओम नमः शिवाय भजुमन शिवा 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 ओम नमः शिवाय भजुमन सीतारामा भजुमन सीतारामा भजुमन सीता 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 सीतारामा भजुमन राधे गोविंदा भजुमन राधे गोविंदा भजुमन राधे गोविंदा भजुमन राधे गोविंदा। बोली श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। can place down the thali. Take flowers in your hands, the both of you. We all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads as we join in our final prarthana to end today's wonderful devotion. Again, giving that thanks to Bhagwan, to Prabhu, for giving us that inspiration, that encouragement to come out and to be a part of devotion today, whether we are here in person, whether we are participating virtually, that we have dedicated this time in the service of our Lord. Now, we try to expand that idea in our lives, that each and every activity that we perform, it should be that part of seva, should be that service unto our Bhagavan. At least this should be our perspective, our thinking, that I'm serving God through all my activities. We ask that Lord to guide us, to protect us, especially today, to Anuradha, celebrating her Janam Din, her birthday. We ask the Lord to shower choices, grace and blessings upon her and the entire family. We all pray together. Hari Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Devadevi Yat Pujitam Maya Devam Paripurnam Tarastu Me Om Vahanam न जानami Visarjanam Pujam Chaiva न जानami Kshamyatam Parameshwaram Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Bandhu Shasaka Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurmamritam Gamaya He Sarvashaktiman Sachidanand Nirakar Nirvikar Sarvadhar Sarveshwar सर्वव्यापक अंतर्यामी अजर अमर नित्य पवित्र सृष्टिकर्ता को बारंबार नमस्कार है। हे परमात्मा, भविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश करके जिससे सबका मंगल होए। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल
गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल
कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल नंदलाल कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल नंदलाल कृष्ण
गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल नंदलाल कृष्ण गोविंद गोविंद गोपाल नंदलाल
गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल
गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल
गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल
गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल गोपाल नंदलाल
कृष्ण गोविंद Gopal Nandalal Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandalal Krishna Govinda Govinda
Gopal Nandana Krishna Govinda Govinda Gopal Nandana
बोली श्री राजा रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय, उरेसा जगन्नाथ की जय, बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय, सियापति रामचंद्र की जय, बोली श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय जय सीताराम। आसन लीजिए, प्लीज हैव योर सीट्स। So as I mentioned, devotees, we are in this very auspicious month of Shravan, and this month will be complete on next Purnima, which is Raksha Bandhan Day, right? What day is that? What is Raksha Bandhan? August what? 11th, right? August 11th. So that day is Raksha Bandhan. So that is Purnima Day. So the month of Shravan will come to a close. So we have a couple of opportunities still left to make offerings to Shiv Shankar Bhagwan during this time, right? Our benefit, devotees, when we offer a bay leaf to Lord Shiva, no benefit to Lord Shiva, our benefit, right? So make sure you try to take that opportunity. And if you're not in a place you can offer bay leaf mansik, make mansik offering with your mind. Om Namah Shivaya, offering that bay leaf to Lord Shiva. So devotees, I don't think anything is scheduled during this week coming. So until next week, Sunday morning, as we engage in devotion once more, coming to the end of July now, last Sunday in July. So until next week, Sunday morning, Jai Jai Sitaram.